Happy Friday. Happy
Happy
Feel Good
Friday.
Friday.
Yes, happy Friday and happy holidays. I am so glad to be here. How are you, Dr. Tyra, and what is going on? How
I
you
am
doing?
I'm good. How are you? Happy Friday, Dr. Candace. How's everything going with you today?
Everything is going great with me. Y'all know
Mhm.
I'm still on vacation. I'm out here in sunny California. I will say this. I'm used to four seasons
Mhm.
because from coming from Michigan, but I've been here, oh my God, since I was in my 20s, and we ain't gonna say my age today, even though I'm gonna be 38 for 5 more years.
I know that's
Anyway,
right.
all right. Anyway, it's gonna be 83 on Christmas here.
Hmm.
Yes. So,
Mm.
and you know what? I like it. I do. Sometimes you miss the snow because you're used to that, the Christmas feel. But you
Hmm.
know what? I don't like the cold. I think it's my age because it started to make my bones hurt. I don't like that.
Look, you know what? It makes a lot of people's bones hurt.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Look, I
Yeah, do
talk to
you
clients all
prefer?
week, and that's all they've been talking about. Their bones hurting. Mine ain't hurting, but I'm just like,
Yeah. Yeah, I
um,
don't like that. I don't. It does something to me mentally. I like
mhm,
really good, nice air and sunny and nice
mhm,
outside, and
mhm.
I like that.
I
I'm in a better
understand.
place that way.
But you
The
know what? A lot of
cold weather does
yeah,
something to me mentally. Yeah,
I could see that. I mean, because the cold weather, it's when you think about it, it makes you it makes people sad.
yeah,
Because when it's cold outside, it appears to be a little bit darker.
absolutely.
And it just it's like the things that you would like to do, you can't do. Like you
No,
can't go outside without a coat on when it's cold outside. You can't go outside with flip flops. I don't care what they say. You can't
yeah,
go outside with flip. You need to have
okay,
on shoes and boots or whatever the case may be.
that's right.
But this year, is going to be one of the coldest years that we've ever
Oh,
experienced.
okay.
And I'm in, I would say sunny Philadelphia, but it's not sunny in Philadelphia today. Oh, that was a TV show, wasn't it? But it's not
Yes.
sunny in Philadelphia today. It's a little dreary here because we're getting a little bit of two of the systems. We're getting rain, we're getting snow, we're getting a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And for Christmas for us, we're going to be high at 26 degrees.
Oh wow. Now, does that affect you? How does that make you feel? Does that
Man,
do anything for you?
you know what? It makes me appreciate the summer more.
Yeah. Right.
It
I
makes me
know.
appreciate the summer more and want to say, you know what, I need to get back to the summer. Can't wait. I think about all of the warm weather states and I'm just like, oh gosh, I wish I could be, in one of those warm weather states with my feet up, just relaxing. But here's the thing, when we're in those warm weather states and all of us people from the Northeast or Midwest that have to suffer with all of this coldness, guess what? We still got to come back home.
You do. Absolutely. It's a lot.
Right.
That's a lot. That's a
And I
lot you got to deal with.
and I don't have time for pneumonia. Sorry.
I know. Okay, so
Well,
your health's been good during
yeah,
this.
it's been good. It's been good, and it's so funny because I just said it's not sunny in Philadelphia, and the sun is actually just coming out now
Because the
as
sun
we
said,
speak.
"Don't come for me."
The sun
This,
said, "Don't come for me."
I know,
And-
right? Right. I know. But I'm glad that it doesn't affect you. It doesn't affect you mentally.
Mm-mm, not
And then
really.
that's home. That's
Yeah.
home. So that's what
Hmm.
you know. You're used to the
Hmm.
four seasons. I get it. I get
Yeah,
it. I get it. So other than that, you're good. You're good.
I'm good. So, are you ready for the holidays?
As ready as I'm going to be. That's why we got a terrific show today because I have no stress.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can't wait to get into our show's topic because I
Yes.
have no stress. So yeah, I'm as ready as I'm going to be. I am going to cook,
Hmm.
and after our amazing broadcast today, I'm going to go and prepare for that and start
Hmm.
cooking tonight because my family, to everyone, we celebrate on
Hmm.
Christmas Eve. So Christmas
Okay.
Day, everybody can do their thing. You can either be somewhere, you can go wherever you're gonna go, be with your friends, sleep all day. I
Right.
don't care what you do. We don't.
Hmm.
We do Christmas Eve.
Right.
So I'm going to cook today and prepare for everything for today, and that's it.
Hmm.
I'm really really happy. I
Awesome.
really am. Yes. Are
Awesome.
you ready
Awesome.
for Christmas?
I'm as ready as I'm going to be. I'm as ready as I'm
right?
going to be. It's like I got, things out, I, went to the store, went shopping, did some things. But for the most part, like I didn't go as hard for Christmas as I normally would. Normally I'm not really down about Christmas. Normally I just really don't like I got to a point, a few years ago where I would just be like, I don't even care. Like I was just
Yeah.
like, just let Christmas be over. I could care less about putting up Christmas trees and stuff like that. It was just like I put them up because my mom be like,
Hmm.
let's put up a Christmas tree, but I was like, my thing is, I put it up, I don't want to take it down, um,
Right?
that part, but I just said, you know what, I said it's okay. This year, I felt a little bit better about
Good.
putting up trees and decorating and things like that. Like I haven't had my house decorated where I put lights all around in a long time. And
Okay.
this year, like I put lights up different places. I put, just doing a little bit extra, than what
Good.
I normally do. But other than that, I'm okay. I mean, hey, trying to be as festive as we can and just being as positive as you can during the holidays. Eh,
Absolutely. Oh, yes, that's going to go good with our great topic today. Now, do you have a
yes.
real tree?
You know what? No, not this
We
year.
don't either.
Normally we have a real tree. Normally we would have a real tree, but this year we opted out.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah,
It was
we
too
don't either.
high.
Yeah, we ain't got no
Girl,
real tree either. We ain't doing that.
girl, girl, it
Uh-uh.
was too high.
Yeah,
Went
we
to the
ain't doing
one
that.
place. We just said, "Oh, let me go and get this tree." And we went out to go get a Christmas tree. That man said $130. I said, not here, not today. Not for something I'm gonna throw in the
Uh-uh.
trash in 7 days, dude. Nope, not
Right
even.
on.
We not working. Not we not doing that.
Yeah.
Nope, not at all. So no, didn't get that.
Yeah, so we don't have a real tree. I don't want the hassle because you got to
Hmm.
put the lights, you got to keep them watered, you got to do all
Hmm.
that. I don't want the
Hmm.
hassle. No,
Hmm.
no real tree. Girl, I go in that garage and get that tree out that box. We put it up every year.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
Absolutely. But I
I
am
know that's
so
right.
excited for our show today. I really am. Before we get started with our amazing show today,
Hmm.
we need to go with the tea with Tyra. It's your turn. I give it to you.
All right. So today's tea with Tyra, we're going to talk about all of the things that's, like I've been looking at a lot of the posts that's been coming on throughout social media about Christmas. And I was like looking at some of the things people were saying. For example, one of the statements that was made was people are so materialistic that they don't even really know what Christmas is supposed to be all about, right? And when I heard that, I just said, you know what, it led me back to the whole Charlie Brown show, and I know a lot of people don't like to watch his show, but it is what it is. And I recall my cousin saying a couple weeks ago, she went to go teach a Sunday school class, and the children didn't know in her Sunday school class at church what the meaning of Christmas was. And I just said, are we this materialistic as a society
Yeah.
that we lost sight of what Christmas is?
Hmm.
I charge everybody to go back to that damn episode of Charlie Brown, Christmas, so that they
Hmm.
could actually watch it. You know,
Exactly.
in addition to reading the Bible, reading a couple other things and just knowing, because my thing is when I look at, our holiday in regards to Christianity and Christmas and all of that, right? How many people don't know about that?
A
How
lot.
many people think about the Islam faith? How many people don't know what the purpose of Ramadan is?
Hmm.
You know what I
Hmm.
mean? When I look at the Jewish faith, how many people don't know what Hanukkah is?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? When I'm naming all of you know, these different religions and the things that they celebrate, right? How come it's like when I say we are a lost society, we
Yes, we
lost.
are.
We're
Yes, we
very
are.
lost because it's a lot of things that people don't know. And it's just like people are out here, they're doing what they can do, right? And they're not educating. All they
Hmm.
thinking about is what you gonna get.
Exactly.
You
What can
know,
I get? What are you buying for me? What can you do for me? Absolutely.
and it was just like so funny, because the game posted on his Instagram last night. He posted, "Christmas is looking like it's the thought that counts."
Hmm. Yeah.
Because people are going to be getting things, and they're going to be, people already started being really rude about
Yeah.
stuff. In regards to gifts and things like that. They want what they want. And the thing is, it's not about that.
Yeah, it's about giving,
Hmm.
caring, loving,
Hmm.
sharing,
Hmm.
respect, being with family, reminiscing, rebuilding, reflecting. It's
Hmm.
things like that.
Hmm.
Uh, I kind of, everything you said makes so much sense. I look at it as I would like to say maybe a generational thing because
Hmm.
and when I say a generational thing, it was not like this years ago. As a Gen
Hmm.
Xer, and
Hmm.
you as well, as a Gen X,
Hmm.
our
Hmm.
time when we were growing up, it wasn't like that.
Right.
Yes, we received toys and we received gifts, but we had
Hmm.
dinner with family. We knew sometimes you go
Hmm.
to church on Christmas, or you
Right.
you you celebrated. You talked about the Lord and different things like that.
Hmm.
It's a generational thing. It's more
Hmm.
like Maybachs
Hmm.
and Birkin bags and what you can do in red bottoms. It's
Right.
it's more about that now. And yeah, it's taken away from the purpose and the reasoning behind it, and it's very
Hmm.
unhealthy. And
Yes.
it makes me wonder: is are we the only ones like that? Not as people, as I'm not talking about as Black people, but I'm saying over here in America.
America.
Are
Right.
are we the only ones like that? It
I,
makes me wonder.
mhm.
Are we?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is like, and I know people that are living in other states and things like that. And I'm like, these are people that I think I would love to celebrate. Like, I would like to contact to find out how do they celebrate in other
Yeah.
countries. Is it so materialistic in other places? Or is it just us, like you said, or is it just America, like you said?
Hmm. Yeah. Because it's so hyped up
Hmm.
here,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
for the wrong reasons. Because even if you look at the commercials, you
Hmm.
have Lexus come out with a commercial
Hmm.
around the season. Every season, every
Hmm.
year, they come out with the Lexus commercial
Hmm.
and they put the red bow on the different models of the Lexus so they can be
Hmm.
given as Christmas gift. Now, who the hell giving a Lexus for a Christmas gift?
Mhm.
Where they do
Mhm.
that at? I'm just saying that's not realistic for many. You
Mhm.
see what I'm saying? So it's so commercialized and it's very materialistic,
Right. Yeah,
like you said.
it is. And it's just like, and you look at the stores, some of the stores used to be open. It seems
Hmm.
like since COVID happened, it's like now the stores are, stores and banks and stuff are now doing a little bit more closing,
Yeah.
and and it was like so funny because the Gossip and Heifers posted this post yesterday, and I ain't want to laugh, but it was hilarious because what it said was just a reminder. Walmart will be closed on Christmas Day so both cashiers can be with their families.
Yes, I saw that and I liked it. I know that's right.
And
I
I
seen that.
laugh because when we go to Walmart, it's only like two
Girl, and the line around the corner, right? I seen that and I laughed. Yep.
and I laughed, because it was just, it was funny. It was downright
Hmm.
funny because it was just like, yo, where are we at now?
Yeah.
And the ideas that, another post that came up was, if you're out shopping today, be nice to the retail workers.
Yeah, because it's
Why
not
do
their
we
fault.
have to say it's not their fault? You waited until Mary's water broke to shop.
Mm.
But the thing is, this comes around every year.
Every year. The
Every year.
driving is crazy. Everything. People get
Everything is
crazy.
right.
Hmm.
And it's just like, and when you sit there and you read these different posts that comes out about, Christmas and things to be mindful of, and just be appreciative of this person, be
Hmm.
appreciative of that person, and be, it's like, why do we have to get to this point where we have to constantly say these things?
Yeah, you have to be reminded.
Hmm.
I know. I get it. You're absolutely right. Why do we have to get to the point where we have to be reminded to be
Right,
respected? We are adults.
right,
Why do
right.
we have to be reminded that don't act that way and do this and do that? It's
Hmm.
the holiday. I must say, and I am not
Hmm.
trying to be a Scrooge or the
Right.
Grinch to stole
Hmm.
damn Christmas, but I'm over it.
Mm-hmm.
And no, I'm not jaded, but I'm over it on that level because
Mm-hmm.
I cannot wait till we get into our topic because I used to be get so stressed out over it and have to spend money I ain't got or looking for money, taking Peter from Paul to buy a gift. I ain't doing that. Oh no,
Mm-hmm.
no, no. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm staying in my lane this year with Christmas. I'm staying in my lane. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying my lane.
Yeah, and it's so
Yeah,
funny, you know what? Because Black Mental Wellness put a post up today, and what the person put was things that my kids won't be doing this Christmas. And the first thing they put was no non-consensual hugs, eating less or more to appease the adults, being forced to sit on somebody's lap, and being called rude, bad, rude, or anything I didn't name them.
that's right.
Because during the holiday season, we know these boundaries is always tested
Every time, especially
every
for children.
time. Every time, especially for kids, the boundaries is always tested. And when I think about our
Hmm.
generation, we was all our boundaries always was tested.
Girl, we didn't have no
We
boundaries.
ain't had no
I
boundaries.
I was hugging people, and my mom was like, "That's your cousin Mazula from such and such." I don't know them people, but okay, giving out hugs. I don't know them people. I don't know. That's your
Exactly.
cousins. That's your cousin's auntie, baby's daddy, mama.
And it's just like, oh, I don't know who that is. I don't want to know who that is, and I'm good with that. Like, let's make it make sense.
Yeah. So we with no boundaries, just hugging
What no
folks.
boundaries? What no boundaries?
Yeah,
And it's just like, when we think about Christmas is very much so commercialized,
it is.
right? And so that's leading into part of our topic for the day. And so what I'll do is I'm gonna throw up. I have a couple of little things we're gonna do, but first we're gonna take a short commercial break. All right, told y'all real short.
Love it. I love it.
All right. So, our topic today is about stress, right? We're talking about surviving the holidays, holiday stress. So,
Mhm.
it's so funny because I was telling Dr. Candace, right? It's this show that everybody, if you don't know this show, I don't know, you must be under a rock, right? But the show is Seinfeld.
Mhm.
So today is December 23rd. Now, anybody that is a true Seinfeld fan, and I have a friend of mine who's also a therapist, and I know she'll be posting about it all day because it's her favorite day. And today on December 23rd is called Festivus Day, right? So I'm going to show a little clip and we're going to hope it works. I had stuff working, so not like last episode, y'all. Last episode we had a lot of snafus, but not this time. We ain't doing that no more. But I'm gonna show this episode, this small clip of Seinfeld, of so everybody can get an idea of what Festivus Day is. So let's see. We're gonna see if we gonna get it. Okay, share.
Anymore. I'm going to work. You happy now? Bank that always ended up with you crying. Can't take it anymore. I'm going to work. You happy now?
I got your message. I haven't celebrated Festivus in years. What is your interest?
Well, just tell me everything.
Many Christmases ago, I went to buy a doll for my son. I reached for the last one they had, but so did another man. As I rained blows upon him, I realized there had to be another way.
What happened to the doll?
It was destroyed. But out of that, a new holiday was born. A Festivus for the rest of us.
That must have been some kind of doll.
She was. And at the Festivus dinner, you gather your family around and tell them all the ways they have disappointed you over the past year.
And is there a tree?
No, instead there's a pole. Requires no decoration. I find tinsel distracting.
Frank, this new holiday of yours is scratching me right where I itch. Bank that always ended up with you crying. Can't take it anymore.
I love it, and I love Ben Stiller's dad. What is his name?
Oh
I
my
know it's That's
I
Ben
can't remember.
Stiller's dad. I can't
Yeah.
remember his first name, last name
Mhm.
Stiller, of course. I can't remember. I love it. I knew nothing about Festivus Day until you told me.
Yeah.
So
So what
how
is
now, how
so
does
what
this
are your
work?
thoughts? So what is your thoughts on that?
I think it's a great idea.
Was you
I
able to see the
love
clip?
it.
Was you able to see the clip?
Yes,
Oh,
I
okay.
was able to see the clip and I love it. And so, like you said, you just gather your loved ones around the table and you tell them how to basically how they get on your nerve or what they did to disrespect you or what they did to aggravate you. I
Hmm.
like that.
You setting the tone for your new year to come through, right? For the new year to come, right? Because
Yes,
everybody's new year starts on their birthday, right? So it's like we go Happy New Year, but at the end of the day, you celebrate your new year on your actual birthday. That's your new
yes,
year, right? This is
yes.
just the day that's acknowledged by the world. But when you think about that, as I move into the next year, right? I want y'all to know we not doing this going into the next day because you
Right
need to
on.
know what it is. I'm setting my boundaries, I'm setting the tone, and we're not going to live like this.
I love it. I love it. So what are some of the things you have for your festive day?
My festivals that you know what? It's so funny because I've been working on me for the past, it's like we always supposed to say we working on ourselves every day, right? But I'm gonna tell you something, Dr. Candace. I gave so much of myself to so many people for so many years that over the last, I guess, 4 to 5 months, I've been spending a whole lot more time working on me.
Good.
And so for Festivus Day, for me, I really don't have to air out any grievances with anybody because bottom line is I've been doing what I need to do for myself anyway. I've been setting
Hmm.
boundaries.
Good.
I've been, setting limits. Been entertaining who I want to entertain when I want to entertain them.
That's right.
You know, I just been, I've been setting my own tones. Now, sometimes I do get in my own head, like we all do from time to time, where we go
Mm-hmm.
get in our own head and be, and that's something that, I will say with that, I will be that I'm a work in progress with that. Okay.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, um, I don't have anything. How about you? Do you have anything?
I sure do. I'm so glad she asked me, y'all. I sure do. Because I love this and I just learned this today. And I agree with her because I've been working on myself for years and I love it. I love where I am. I love where I'm going to be. I love everything. However, my grievances is today, starting today. Well, especially when I come back because I'm on vacation. Everybody is paying the, within my practice, you are paying the late fee and the no show fee. You don't show up, you paying that fee. It is $75. This is recorded. They'll be able to go and see it. So everybody that call or at the last minute, oh, Dr. C, I can't make it, or my computer ain't working, or my car didn't start. You owe me $75. I want my money. Run me my money. Yes, you're paying my late fee, my no-show fee. Yes, $75. So that's one. Another one is that if you have not had a consultation with me or have not been into my practice, I'm not your doctor. Please call 911. Please call 911 and go seek services. So, yeah, I have a grievance with that too. Another one is when I send you Cash App, when you have borrowed money from me and you want to pay me in Cash App and you owe me 50, don't do it with Cash App unless you're going to pay me 55 because Cash App and Venmo takes some money.
I'm so glad you said that out loud. Can you scream it loud for the people in the back? Because people don't understand. When you send them money, you're not getting the whole amount.
Absolutely. Yep.
Like I don't know anybody who's getting the whole amount. And if they are getting
Absolutely.
the whole amount, I wish they would tell me about it because I'm not
Yes.
getting it.
Yeah. There you go. So I had to say that. So my late fee, my no show fee, because I have been very lenient with my no shows and my late fee due to the time and the pandemic and what's going on. It was like, well, that's okay. I see them next week. They reschedule. No, no, it's $75. And this is going on the record. It is $75. If you like, oh, Dr. C, can we reschedule? Absolutely. And I will be charging your car $75. Absolutely.
And
And
it's
if
like,
you,
and it's
oh,
so
go
funny
ahead.
that no, it's so funny that you mentioned that because Dr. I wasn't even thinking about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what? That is a grievance, and everything she said applies to the Wellness Center of Mindfulness as well.
There
In
you go.
in addition, the way the website is set up for the Wellness Center of Mindfulness, you will go on the website and schedule your appointment. Because guess what happens? You pay when you schedule.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's right. That's right. That's right. And the late fee and no show, I've been very lenient. Do you know for 2022, I didn't do any late fees or no shows? I didn't. I just let people just, okay, go ahead and reschedule. And then I move on to my next patient. Go ahead and reschedule. I move on. But then I noticed with, when I go to the doctor, whether it's dentist, OBGYN, wellness, whatever I go, it's a late no show. We got to charge you for that because they allow you a 24-hour notice. And if you don't call within that time, then they charge you for that. So no, you got to treat people accordingly. So that's my grievance. Other than that, everything is all fine over here. And besides that, which I take full responsibility because I didn't charge, but I am now. Right. I'm definitely moving forward with that. I am definitely moving forward with that. Yeah. Oh, and another grievance I have, please. And this will be, and I'm not going to take responsibility for that because people try to drag you in. On Instagram, I am not your doctor. My Instagram page is for education and inspirational purposes only. Dr. Candace is not your clinician. If you would like to see or speak with her, please book accordingly. That's a grievance as well. Yes, that's a grievance as well because I get that a lot. And for the fellow Instagrammers that I follow and follow me as well, do not drag me and tag me in your live expecting me to join to give your people free game. No, you can book me. Moving forward. I get that a lot too.
She said what she said.
Yeah, you can book me. Yeah, and I will be charging $110 to come into your Instagram live to talk to your people. I know my worth, and I encourage everyone else to know theirs too. Yeah,
I agree.
get that.
Look, I agree.
So I had some grievances. Yep, I did. I love this day.
We need to get you a silver pole so you can put it up.
I love this day. I couldn't believe when she brought me this day, and it's all that's Tyra's fault. She the one brought me this day. She never should have brought me this day. She was like, "You got the grievance?" Yep, I sure do.
Let me tell you, the last hospital I worked at, we celebrated this every year.
Wow.
I mean, we purposely would have our own office Christmas party or Festivus Day where we even had a cake. We would get a Festivus cake.
Just go in. Everything that bothers you.
Just go in. Just go in. And it was just like, these people don't, I just remember what my one coworker said. He said, these people don't have enough time for what we got to air out.
Yes. Oh my God. And yeah, it's stuff that bothers me because, we're nice and kind people. Like I know Dr. Tyra, you're so nice and kind. And I know people will tag you in their Instagram and like, can you come in and talk to these people? I know Tyra like, why would I go in and talk to them? Oh, okay. Yes, we do want to help and we help, but run her something. Like, can I cash up you $75? Can you come in here and talk to them? Because you won't go to a dentist, a gynecologist, a cardiologist, and say that, but you'll come to us to say that.
Right. And my thing is, it's so funny. Even if you sponsor a show, you could pay a sponsorship. You could send us a sponsorship donation and sponsor one of our shows. I mean, if you want people to come in or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's just like, when you look at it, we have time too, and again, we're watching whatever shows we're watching on Instagram for entertainment or education, because there's a lot of education that's going on there. But the thing is, we're not going to continue to do this, because just like Dr. Candace, I always get a lot of tags into different lives and things like that. Some lives I go into, some lives I don't. Like one live I was actually going to go into, but I got so busy. It was like so crazy because I got a client call and I had to, and I sent the email to the guy. I said, I got to send him another email to my apologies. I really wanted to go in there with him because he had it wasn't even about mental health.
Oh.
It was just, we was just shooting the breeze.
Okay.
about just an event that all of us attended and everything. And it was just like, and I'm like, it's nice to just go into when
Absolutely.
like a friend of mine had a birthday live. I went into her birthday live to wish her happy birthday, so that is fine. But when you're
Absolutely.
soliciting for, you know, for people to help the masses and everything, I mean, it's
Exactly.
that comes with it's a cost to that.
It is.
It
It is.
definitely is a cost for that.
It is. We had to pay to get the information to bring to you.
Had to pay a whole lot of money,
Yeah, that's
a,
right.
a whole crap load of money. Look, a whole crap load of money.
Absolutely. So I go pay to get the information and give it to them for free. Oh no, I've done that. I paid
but
my
you,
dues.
but you know what, Dr. Candace is, it's like they always want to pick the professional's brain.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's a grievance that we all have. And it's
Hmm.
just like when I think about, it's like when I really, really, now that we sitting here having this conversation, dig into the grievances. It's like the grievances are, number one, commercialization of the holiday. Number one.
Yes,
Number two, people not respecting our boundaries. That's number two.
absolutely.
Number
Hmm.
three, crime. Crime everywhere.
Hmm.
That's a
Hmm.
grievance.
Yes, it is.
But it's just like, but when you think about, like, when I think about when I talked about my personal grievances, like I did what I had to do to start making cuts. You know what I
Good.
mean? Because everybody don't need to go with you. And that's what
That's
everybody
right.
needs to understand. Everybody doesn't need to move the same direction you move. Everybody don't need to know your damn business either. Let's talk about that piece.
Yes.
That's a part of the grievances and stuff that you need to understand too.
Hmm.
That you don't have to let everybody know what you're doing. I had to learn the hard way. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? And now I'm just like, ooh,
Yeah.
know when to shut it.
Hmm.
you know,
Absolutely.
but it's just like, but when you think about holiday stress, a lot of this, what we're talking about, is stress on the holidays as well.
Hmm.
You know
It
what I
is.
mean? Everything that you said, because the thing is, as a business owner, right? As a business owner, whether you're service based or product based, right? These next 7 days, 8 days is crucial,
Hmm.
right? Going into December 31st, because everybody wants to end on top.
Hmm.
And when you have that, things going on and you're not ending where you thought you were going to end, it puts you in a whole nother frame of mind.
It does. Absolutely. That's
And
right.
so, and that, which does what? Cause holiday stress.
Absolutely.
People running around now trying to get gifts, trying to do what they need to do, to please everyone.
Absolutely. And that's a very unhealthy. And I'm so glad that you brought that up. That is
Hmm.
our topic for today. That is
Hmm.
our topic for today. Do you have anything else for the tea with Dr. Tyra?
No, the
Okay.
tea was over. We already got into our topic. Let's
Okay.
go. Give me
Okay.
give me what you got, Dr. Kansas.
Yes. So that's our topic for today. We're talking about holiday stress and what it looked like and what it can do to us. And then we're going to give y'all some amazing tips. So for holiday stress, I always have a couple of questions. Y'all know I come to you with a
Hmm.
couple of questions and I ask Dr. T these questions and then I chime in on them as well. My first question, and to the audience as well, but this is for Dr. Tyra to also answer, is what is the biggest reason why people have holiday stress? What is one of the biggest reasons you think, on a
People,
professional standpoint? What do you think?
okay. I think on a professional standpoint, I think a lot of people have holiday stress. Number one is because of people pleasing.
Okay.
I think people pleasing is one of the issues. I think that's actually number one,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because they trying to please with gifts. They trying to please with events in regards to dinners, making sure everybody is comfortable. They're looking to make sure everybody else is comfortable, but they lose sight of themselves, right? Because they're so focused on making sure that everybody else is good. So I think that is one of the number one reason for this type of stress. I think overcommitment.
Mm-hmm.
people overcommit the things that they have to do during the holidays, and they jam pack their schedule with so many things to do. Like, I got this to do on Monday and this to do on Tuesday and 4 events on Friday and Saturday and Sunday, to the point where they're not happy. Right. And
I
at
agree.
this point, they're not comfortable because it's just always something constantly going on.
Mm-hmm.
And to the point where it becomes overwhelming, it becomes draining, which both of them causes what? Anxiety and stress. And
Absolutely.
so, that I would say, would be like my number two, with that. Also I would say holiday stress also comes from not having things scheduled, not prioritizing what comes first, what second, what do I need to work on.
Mm-hmm.
Everything doesn't need to be completed immediately.
Absolutely.
And
Mm-hmm.
that's something that a lot of people have trouble with, right? And I say also change. People
Mm-hmm.
have a problem with change. They don't know how to accept change when it happens. Now granted, sometimes change happens and we can't prevent that. For example, all the school districts here in Philadelphia closed today because
Oh,
of because of the impending weather,
okay.
right? So a change like that you're forced to acclimate to, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if Susie May don't bring the potato salad to your Christmas event, that does you just deal with it. You
Yeah.
deal with that change. You knew Susie May didn't bring it last year, so what the heck made you think she was gonna bring it this year? Hello. You, I mean, but
That's
this is
true.
but this is like a real issue that people have
Mm-hmm.
problems with
It
because
is.
they won't adjust. They have a problem with adjusting,
Mm-hmm. I
you
agree.
know. And
I
so that's
agree.
my reasons. What do you think it is, Dr. Candace?
My reasons, what is some of the biggest reasons I think people have holiday stress? My number one is validation. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people are looking for validation, and I say this all the time in several videos that validation is for parking only. That's
Mm-hmm.
it. People are looking for validation. They feel like if I give this, they will look at me a certain way, or they like again
Mm-hmm.
want to be validated. My
Right.
second reason is self-esteem. It is a self-esteem booster when
Mm-hmm.
you are going all out, and like Dr. Tyra said, over committing, over compensating, and you're going
Mm-hmm.
all out and people pleasing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a self esteem booster. My number three is the hero complex. Especially
Mm-hmm.
with the moms out there, especially with the single moms out there. I used to be one,
Mm-hmm.
so I know what I'm talking about, y'all. When you can go all out for your kids and you do stuff so you can be the hero.
Mm-hmm.
They already think you already the hero. Them kids got a place to stay and food on the table. You already the hero. That's it. You
Mm-hmm.
y'all ate, you eating, you doing good. You got the gas on and the lights on, and
Mm-hmm.
you got gas in the car to get to work, you already the hero. Now
Mm-hmm.
the other stuff is extra. That's extra. If you able to
Mm-hmm.
make a turkey and make some dressing with it, that's extra. But if
Mm-hmm.
they got food, you are already the hero. And a lot of us around the holiday time have that hero complex. Like I
Mm-hmm.
gotta show up. They wait for this time of the year to like
Mm-hmm.
I have to show up. No, you don't. Stay in your lane, and we're going to
Mm-hmm.
talk about that. So those were my three for that. My
Mm-hmm.
next question is holiday stress. Do
Mm-hmm.
you think, Dr. Tyra, it is a generational thing? It's a generational curse when I say generational curse, do you think it is passed down, holiday stress?
You know what? I'm gonna say it's like a 50-50
Okay.
because and the reason I'm saying 50-50 because some families do have that where the grandmother was always responsible for the dinners and all of the
Mm-hmm.
events, and then it went down to her daughter or
Mm-hmm.
son, and then it went to their kids. And so when you look at a situation where it went from grandma to grandmom to now you, and yeah, then that would be a situation where it is generational. And the reason that is because you see the stress that all of those generations prior to it getting to you, what they
Absolutely.
went through to get to the big event, which would be the dinner or the gifts or whatever the responsibility was that's causing them to increase stress. So, what we need for you to do is be able to change your narrative with that. Now, the reason I say now, the other 50% of the people, they don't have that stress because they never allowed it to come through. for
Okay.
example, because some people, where families come together, they just come together and whatever happens, happens.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody stresses themselves out about what we're going to have, who's coming, and things like that. And that's one of my big pet peeves. The word that the sitting who's coming.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, ain't none of your damn business who's coming.
Mm-hmm.
That sentence, right, causes a number of families to have a lot of stress.
I
Now, I
agree.
don't know if and it's not even. I'm not going to even leave it with families, right? I'm gonna say events and period, right?
Yes.
Because people have holiday parties where they invite their individuals, to come, and next thing you know, and then you always get that one person that needs to know who's coming.
Mm-hmm.
If you on a guest list, then damn it, just come.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You don't
You're
have
right.
to worry about who's there.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to people who may cause you, if you feel that someone that's there is going to cause you stress, or you feel that that individual is going to make you angry, or put you in a mindset that you don't want to be in, then kindly tell the individual, I won't be attending. You don't have to give them an explanation why. You can just let them know you're not coming, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But the thing is, a lot of people won't do that. They have to add the extra.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I ain't coming because of, well, they didn't ask you that. Nobody cares.
Absolutely.
Now,
Right
you
on.
know what? I'm not gonna say nobody cares. You know why? Because some people do care. Okay. Some
Mm-hmm.
people do care, and some people will, okay, well, we need to come together and, find to break this chain, and let's make this work, and this, that, and the other. But with that, I'm gonna tell you, it's choices.
Mm-hmm.
You make it work if you want to make it work. We know the holidays bring on a lot of different emotions,
Yes.
and people, become a little bit more forgiving during the holiday
Mhm.
season.
Yes, we do.
So it's
Mm-hmm.
up to you if you want to put yourself in that space and say, okay, I'm going to let bygones be bygones. But
I
as long
agree.
as it's not forced, just make sure your boundaries is still in place.
Absolutely. Still have your
What was your
boundaries intact.
right?
And for
What are
me,
your thoughts, Dr. Candace?
And for me, on a professional level, I see this a lot where holiday stress can be a generational thing. Exactly what you said, beautifully said. If you saw a senior grandmother and your mother carry on certain traditions, the daughter and the granddaughter may carry on those traditions as well. But the generations have changed, and with these millennials, they like, I ain't doing that. Half of them ain't even cooking the big dinner. They going out to these fancy restaurants to go to somebody's house. So yes, it can be that way. I've seen that. For me personally, it has trickled down. However, my mom didn't have stress with it. I brought on my own stress trying to overcompensate for my children when I was younger. I don't feel that way now. So I actually agree with you with that. It's how you look at it because we do pick up what
Mm-hmm.
our families
Mm-hmm.
and the matriarchs did in the beginning. So we
Mm-hmm.
like, well, I guess we have to carry that torch as well. We kind of changed and we ain't carrying that torch. We're
Mm-hmm.
gonna leave it where it's at. So I do agree with that. And I see that a lot that is happening now, especially with the younger generation, like I said.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's that generation? You got millennials, and then what is it, Gen Y or
Generations Z or something.
Z's? I don't
I
see
think
them
it's
doing it.
disease.
Yeah, I see them going to Dubai. Like, bye. They flying
They on a
somewhere.
flight.
They on the flight. I don't see them
They on a
cooking.
flight. But you know what? I appreciate them for that though.
Yeah,
I
I do
appreciate them
too.
for wanting to live.
Yes,
I
right on.
appreciate that. I
I do
appreciate
too.
them for wanting to live.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, when we look at our generation, right, we are worker bees.
Yes.
And we didn't, and it's just like at some point, like we didn't, I'm not gonna say all of us, I'm gonna say a good percentage of our generation, we put work before everything else.
Mhm.
And we didn't really learn how to appreciate travel,
Yes.
appreciate vacation time, and
Mhm.
things like that, and it's just like now these later generations is coming on, and they showing us stuff.
Yes, they are. You're
And
right.
I think we're learning a little bit more. I guess it's Generation Z. I'm getting ready to check it out now. I think they're the ones that we're really learning a lot from. When it comes to like when I think about like I'm trying to make sure I got the Generation Z. No, not them. Um,
You like,
generation. So yeah, Generation Z is ages 10 to 25. So I guess that would be this, because
yes,
they're
because
the
the
ones that
millennials are my
yeah,
kids. Yeah.
right. So the millennials, they showed us one way, but the Z's is the ones that showing us that we need to appreciate wellness.
Yes.
Then when I
Mm-hmm.
mean the Generation Z's, I mean the folks from the age of 18 to 25.
Mm-hmm. I
They're the
agree.
one that they're showing us more of emotional wellness, how to appreciate life, how to know our own worth.
Yes. They
Because they
have
go in,
nerve,
they
but I
quit
like it.
job, girl. They got look as the older generation says. Look, as the baby boomers say, they got moxie.
Yes, they do. Girl, they was born with it. I'm
They
looking
was
like you came here with nerve.
they
That's
go
it.
to they go to a job. They like I quit. It's just,
Yes.
but you only been there a day.
That's what I say about my
They
son. He's
look.
13. He got the audacity.
I don't care. I don't. They invaded my peace.
Yes. The audacity. Like you got the audacity to ask for that, but yeah, I like it though. I do. So you're right. That generation something else. That is.
Yeah.
So you're right. It is. It can be generational, but with that, you said it's called
The
Generation Z.
Generation Z, age 10 to 25.
Oh yeah, they have the audacity. I think they were all born. We just gonna call that the audacity generation. I love it though.
The generation that got
Absolutely,
moxie.
they do. They do. They like, nope, I quit. I don't feel I'm being treated right. What?
In the meantime, rent, utilities, everything is doing. They like, oh, it'll work itself out.
Yeah.
And then the millennials in our generation is like, what the hell you mean it's gonna work itself
I
out?
know right. We got more stress. We don't have blood pressure medication because of
Okay.
that.
Panic attacks, everything else going on because we trying to figure it out.
Yeah. So you are right. They taught us.
They taught us,
Absolutely. Yes.
they taught us. They teach, each generation learns from the other generation. They teach us a lot, but it's
Hmm.
just like, but when it, especially about wellness and
Yes.
stress, you know what I
Yes.
mean. And when we look at them, a lot of them won't have holiday stress.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm so glad I don't this year. Absolutely. I do not. My next question is, do you think holding stress can cause physical illness?
Oh my,
Holiday stress?
yes, holiday stress can cause a lot of a lot of issues, right? Physically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it causes heart disease,
Yes.
it causes an increase it can, well, with the stress, it can attack different parts of your body,
Mm-hmm.
right? When you think about it, as well as the mental, it affects your mental also, right? So
Yes.
yeah, it plays a big role. It causes anxiety, panic attacks can affect the heart. Oh my gosh, I can go on and on for days of all of the physical ailments that it comes, stomach cramps,
Mm-hmm.
headaches,
Mm-hmm.
sinus issues, and yeah, I see it, sinus issues, because stress
Yeah.
can attack the most weakest parts of your body.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what people need to understand. What was you going to say, Dr. Candace?
Yes, you're absolutely right. It can cause headaches,
Mhm.
body pain. It attacks the lungs. Stress definitely attacks your lungs. It weakens your immune system. And you're right about the mental health, such as your anxiety. It can cause anxiety and depression, and it causes gut issues. Your digestive system, it like messing up your stomach and your gut flora, your bacteria, and it will attack your immune system, causing more bad bacteria in your stomach. It's a
Mhm.
mess, especially
Mhm.
around the holiday time. It causes sadness, depression. It can make
Mhm.
you feel a certain way. You're fine in the summer, you're fine in the spring and fall. As soon as the holiday season comes at the
Mhm.
end, you start to feel a certain way. It
Mhm.
can cause insomnia.
Right.
That's a big part.
Mhm.
So our thing today is to leave you with some tips and tools on how you can prevent those things. Because one thing I want everyone to know
Hmm.
is the holiday come and go.
Hmm.
You gonna stay. You
Hmm.
say it's one day. That
Hmm.
one day caused major chaos for you. And that chaos can turn into 365 days. That one day you can have a headache or any type of illness or any type of stress, physical or mental illness that can continue, and it can just go around. It can be a continuum of issues for
Hmm.
one day. So I encourage everyone to take some of these tips we're gonna give out for right
Hmm.
now. So, what are some of the tips that you can give, Dr. Tyra, that people can eliminate some of the holiday stress? Some
All
of the
right.
survival tips.
All right. So, as I said earlier, the first tip I'm going to say is don't overcommit,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because we find ourselves overcommitting to things that we really should not, be doing, So my thing is limit your activities. Be able to say, okay, let me determine what's most important. Know that you don't have to attend everything. You don't
Mm-hmm.
have to be there. So just do what makes you feel comfortable so that you can be your most productive, your most happiest without increased stress and anxiety, right? The next tip is take a break from the people pleasing.
Yes.
Okay? Like Dr. Candace said, validation is for parking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You don't need it. At this point, whatever is going to happen is going to happen. Prioritize your mental health. Okay? Because at the end of the day, you need to start with you first. Okay? And the holidays are about loved ones, but at the end of the day, you don't need to stress yourself out trying to make sure that everybody else is happy and that you have a perfect, which we know everything is not perfect, a perfect holiday, right? So we want to refrain from that, and so we want also to learn to take things less personal, right? And stop internalizing other people's negativity, because what happens is when we do that, it causes us increased stress and anxiety, which is not needed. So again, remember, your happiness is important, especially during the holidays. Just because everybody else is happy does not mean that you don't have to be happy. You can be happy too, and you can enjoy these holidays as well. The next tip is going to be step away from the chaos. Lord have mercy. Let's get away from the chaos, because we know with the holidays, chaos does come. And at the end of the day, we want to be able to say, you know what? Let me take a step back. Let me just sit back and just process what's happening, right? We know that it's a busy day, but what we want you to do is we want you to be able to take a few minutes out for yourself, whether it's going to get yourself a drink of coffee, a cup of coffee from somewhere, or going somewhere and taking a walk, exercising, or even if you're making something that you like to make, take that time out for you to do that, right? And then my last tip is going to be, my next to the last tip, I'm about to talk about my last tip. The tip 4 is going to be set realistic goals. People, we cannot put these unrealistic expectations on these holidays. It's going to
Absolutely.
be what it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
We have to be realistic.
Mm-hmm.
You look on social media, and I really wasn't going to go there, but I am going to go there. And you look at the trees and look at all of the things that everybody else is doing for their holidays, whether, for what they're doing for their holidays. Yours is not going to be like theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has their own uniqueness. Be
That's
comfortable in
right.
your uniqueness, and know that what you do for you is what you do for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rather than running yourself ragged trying to achieve the impossible, adjust your goals to a level that you can attain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And my fifth tip is ask for help. It's okay to ask people to help you.
Mm-hmm. I love
Everybody
that.
needs a little help from time to time, and it's okay to
Mm-hmm.
ask for help. And I don't know why a lot of people feel like I can't ask people to help me for anything. I don't have anyone, people. No, Did you ask? Did you
Good.
ask?
I love that. You have to ask.
You have to
Absolutely.
ask. If you don't ask, you won't get.
Closed mouths don't get fed.
Hmm. Heat escape, lessening posture. Let's get this together. Let's get our posture together because our
Hmm.
posture is always jacked up when we become stressed out, worrying about stuff during the holidays. Let's keep ourselves mentally grounded. Let's do what we got to do during these holidays so that we can be as productive as we can for ourselves
Hmm.
first
That's
and
right.
everybody else secondary. Dr. Candace, what tips
Yes.
would you provide?
Mine's is those were great tips. I hope everybody, when they watch this, they will see it and write those down. Those are great tips. I love those. Mine's are healthy meals. Eat something healthy. Just because it's a holiday, yes, go ahead and eat. Eat your Christmas cookies and whatever people then sent over and sweet potato pie. I believe it. Eat the pie and eat the cake. I'm with you. However, in moderation, because what we eat affect how we feel. If you are already battling with anxiety and depression and holiday stress, eating something healthy will make you feel better and it will boost your mood. So eat nutritious foods that boost your mood. I ain't trying to make that rhyme, but it did. Nutritious foods that boost your mood. So eat something healthy. Another thing is get some rest and relax. You don't have to run around and be all out in those streets and driving crazy with the rest of the people and looking for parking and arguing with folks. Get some rest and relax. The holiday is not just for the hustle and bustle. You need to relax. I know that's what I'm doing. Stay in your lane, stay at home, and rest and relaxation. That's my number two. My number three is deep breathing. And I always talk about that. Learn how to just deep breathe. You breathe in through your nose and you breathe out through your mouth. That lowers stress, that lowered like your heartbeat, if you have a racing heartbeat, that will bring it to a calm medium. And you're able to get some clarity. It brings clarity just like that. So you can think of the next thing to do, which should be rest and relaxation. My number four is remove negativity. How you remove that, you ask? Set boundaries, set holiday boundaries. Dr. Tyra already gave you the tips on how to set holiday boundaries. My number five, avoid too much alcohol. Like I said, you can eat the cake, and like I said, you can have the holiday, you can have the rum with the eggnog, but in moderation, because those things can make you feel a little off balance. So, moderation. So, avoid excessive alcohol so you can feel better about yourself. All health and wellness, and you have to avoid a lot of things. Don't get too drunk and out there like, oh, 2023 coming in. Yes, I'm for it. And I'm with that. Have your glass of wine and your champagne in moderation because I want you to take care of yourself and take care of the people on the road. If you're drinking and driving, we're not doing that. Stay at home. So avoid. So have your spirits and be in good spirits. However, but avoid excessive alcohol and speak to someone. If you're feeling a little down by yourself, like Dr. Tyra said, get you some help, but also some professional help. This is the time to do it. And if someone says, I don't need it, I'm always the doctor to say, caution is better than cure. If you feel you don't need it, that's when you need it. Everybody needs someone to talk to. Those are my tips. Yep. Those are my holiday stress free survival tips for the holidays. Caution is better than cure. Talk to someone. Again, if you feel you don't need it, that's when you do, because we all do. Those are my tips. So this was great. So, what is your last word? Do you have any last word for this amazing show? Can't hear. I can't hear you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry about
you're
that.
back.
My last word is we want you to, again, just remember that this is the holidays, right? And just remember to take time out for you. The holidays, this is a temporary event, right? And
I
the
love
reason I
that.
say it's a temporary event because it only lasts this weekend. Look, at the end of the
Hmm.
day, the 25th is on Sunday, the 26th comes.
Yeah.
That's it.
Hmm.
Then we have New Year's, right?
Hmm.
January 1 comes. That's
That's right.
it.
That is
We move
it.
forward, we move on. That's it.
Hmm.
That's a wrap, and at the end of the day, we can't allow ourselves to continue to be stressed out over the holidays. So, from the mental health minute, I want to say my last word is I want you all to have yourselves a happy holiday. And the only one
Absolutely.
that validates you is you.
That's right.
What's your last word,
Absolutely.
Dr. Candace?
My last word is everyone take care of yourself. And she is right. That was beautifully said. It's a temporary holiday. The 26th is the next day. And I know all my stuff coming down probably either that night on the 25th or the 26th. I don't play. Move on. I believe in moving on. Let it be. Let it be. And know that there's a next day. Let it be. So y'all take care of yourself. And when I take care of yourself from the inside out, start inside first. Because the outside, y'all be having the outside looking like $1 million, but you feeling like $2 on the inside. Work from the inside out. There you go. That's my last
Mm,
word.
that's the last word. That is the
Yeah,
last word. This was an awesome, awesome show. Again, we want to take this time to wish each and everyone a happy holiday this weekend. Happy
absolutely.
Festivus Day. Happy Merry Christmas and happy holidays, period, for all of the holidays that is being celebrated during this month of December. So
Yes.
have
Yes.
a
Happy holidays, everyone.
all right. Thanks again, everyone, for joining us. Have a awesome, awesome weekend and an awesome holiday.